Hello, today we are going to be configuring the Wazuh agents for the Windows host. To do this, we are going to have to set up another interface for the endpoints and connect them to the actual internet. This process is just easier for what we are doing for this project. In a real enterprise environment, I would not suggest this, but today that's what we're going to do. And so we got the Wazuh agent, we got the Wazuh manager. So we're going to have to log into our devices. And this one is going to be SuckLab. It's in. Okay. So this is the Windows 11 Subject 3. So we can also, right now, we're waiting for that. Log into LeBron over here. I call him Bronny. We're just tight like that. Okay, so I already have. Okay, this isn't. Okay, server address. So what we're going to have to do is, this is the part where we're exposing it to the internet. If you don't want to expose it to the internet, skip this part. So essentially, my node for my Proxmox server that is exposed to the internet with an outside interface is this one, the VMBR. So I'm essentially going to have to add another NIC to this. So add, I don't think I need to reboot. I might have to reboot actually. Let's see. Okay, no, it already assigned an IP address, so we're good here. So we're gonna go ahead and, okay, we got Bronny agent, and we're gonna copy this command. We're gonna go to PowerShell, exit out of this, PowerShell. If it would load, as administrator, it's gonna ask for us to log in, and then we're going to do password, paste that completely, enter. It's going to take a second. You should see it start to load. Hopefully it starts to load, or else we did something wrong. Okay. So while that's doing that, I'm going to add the network device for this one, VMBR 0, and then we're going to go to console. Okay, same thing here. Got to log into the Wazuh manager. So this so if I go ahead and type in 120, hit enter, I believe it's not going to connect. Okay, so yeah, it didn't connect. And the reason for this is because if we go to the Wazuh machine, we're going to do clear, and then we're going to go to the configuration file. So I don't know if you guys saw that. Here, I'll show it again. So Etsy Wazuh dashboard open search underscore dashboards dot YAML. So this is the configuration for our interface that we're connecting on and the host name and everything. So you want it to say server.host semicolon 0.0.0.0. And if it doesn't say 0.0.0, like it says 127.0.0.1, then that is attached to your loopback interface. You don't want it attached to your loopback interface. You either want it with this, just any IP address, or the actual IP address of your server, which is, for me, it's going to be 192.168.50.20. And if you look here, server.port semicolon 443, that is HTTPS. So why it didn't work when I tried to log in is because I was using HTTP. I wasn't using HTTPS, and so it wasn't connecting. It didn't exist on HTTP. So you have to do that, and then you also have to make sure that you have an IP address. So IP adder add, then you're going to do your one IP address. For me, it's 50.20, and then I'm going to do /32. This is just for demonstration purposes. And then your interface, which is EMP0S18, B0S18. So that's gonna, you need a sudo. Okay, so that's gonna successfully add that, and you can attach this as your main IP address. It's not gonna matter because I mean they're the same IP address. So I don't want that there though, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete and do another IPA. Okay, and then sudo system ctl restart Wazuh dot dash board, and that's essentially gonna restart it so that IP address is attached. I'm not gonna do that right now. There's no point. And then you can check the status with sudo systemctl status Wazuh dashboard, and you want to make sure it's active and running. So that's all good. And so we don't need to go on this anymore. We need to be in here. So again, that's why we need HTTPS. Okay, and that should connect. It's gonna say that's not secure, which is cool. Okay, so this finished, and then it's gonna be net start. Net, I don't think capitalization matters here, but who knows? It's always good to be sure. This should start if it. Okay, yep. So this started. We're gonna go ahead and start the other one, and make sure you are logging in. The default password for Wazuh is actually admin. I'm gonna go ahead and change this because I don't want it to be a new agent. And this one is gonna be agent default. I'm gonna go ahead and copy PowerShell. You got to make sure you run as administrator. If you don't run it as administrator, it's just going to say that the service does not exist. Okay, paste that, enter. That'll take a second. And I don't know if you guys saw that when I went to the summary for the agents, it already had this Windows 2 and Windows 11 sub under Brawny agent and JDoe agent. So those are already set up. We're not essentially. Does matter. So we're not essentially going to have any logging errors or security concerns yet. But if we go back to our dashboard summary, back to agent list, actually, we can see we have all three. Okay, so all three are good. This one's disconnected for some reason. Okay, I think it's just initializing. It'll take a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, and then once we're here, we have our dash. Okay, so this is our dashboard, and These are our agents, our IP addresses, the site of operating system, and then we can see the status of each agent, which is active, and it's on node 01, which is the main Wazuh server. But yeah, thank you for watching. Vulnerable. So agent summary. Agent management.